Hi, this is a reading for you. It is not attached to a zodiac sign nor a timeline. The intention is if you come across this reading, it should benefit you in some way. That being said, feel free to like and subscribe if it resonates, and there will always be an extended version available on my Patreon, which is in the description below, as well as my website where you can access personal readings with me and artwork and so on. Now, you have really brought some changes to your life. There's a sense of discipline and authority within yourself that you have claimed. This, I think revitalizes a sense of empowerment and momentum. Now, this process has not been easy. And though you find yourself in very fortunate, and I'd say even, supportive circumstances, maybe not everybody's happy about this. But the interesting note here is you sort of choose to focus on the good and ignore the outside scowls of whatever. Because it kind of seems like maybe people or chapters you've left behind, there seems to be some pain attached to that. Again, this, I feel like it's very separate from you in some way, but it's a note. It's a detail. Your outcome is the Empress. This is probably a very abundant, fresh chapter for you. I get the impression of, good friends. I get the impression of moving towards the right things for you. Not really allowing the opinion or the woes of others to hold you back, particularly if you've been codependent in that way historically. It might be more of a significant note for you. Advice. I think that you're in the right direction of sort of ignoring, more negative influences or entertaining negative thoughts. I don't think that that's particularly a problem right now, but it's really kind of the only thing worth noting here. It may not be anxiety. It may just be sort of the anticipation of needing to, defend one's position or any kind or pain or, because there's some subtle underlying thing here that, it seems relevant enough, but you're choosing to rise above it. And, again, I think that this somehow comes from your victory, your success, or your, balancing of your life. Somehow, let's just sort of outright say it. It's someone who is like envious or doesn't think that you are deserving of this or something like that. Because it's almost like there's blatant changes for you in your life. It may even be somewhat dramatic, or at least appear that way. Particularly maybe if you've taken on larger commitments, or you've stepped into sort of a whole new chapter of your life. And as we do that, it's so important to evolve in the people we spend time with, or not really so much the people we spend time with, but the things and activities we choose to engage in, because some people never progress, and it's almost not even, it is their fault, but it's almost as if it comes from an unawareness of the lack of change. Some people fall very comfortable into doing the same things and holding the same beliefs, and they never really question that, at least not in a serious way. And everybody has met that. A joke I always like to say is it's like that, that old guy who still hangs out at the punk shows and tries to mingle with a bunch of, some people sort of never evolve out of a younger frame of mind, a younger perspective, a younger, maybe not even younger, but let's say less mature, less developed. It's someone who, you know, just doesn't propel themselves forward. And so when they see you or whoever do that, it brings up an insecurity with them because it makes them reflect on themselves. And that's kind of the impression I get. Definitely remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. All right, so what can you expect? You know, I would say this. You know, you don't take things too personally. And also, I would say don't create scenarios that you don't necessarily know if it's valid, like storylines, you know, because sometimes you'll get the impression of something that happens and your mind can kind of run away with that and create all kinds of ideas or whatever. You know, I think avoid that because it does seem like you can kind of let yourself get caught up in that. But really, this all looks very good if I'm being honest. It seems like you've really developed and grown into a sense of yourself, perhaps a new sense of yourself. And you're evolving in your life. You know, I just think that, yeah, look, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. Oh, and there's a hidden one too. What is it? Clarify for it. Yeah, you're not missing anything. This is all very clear. You know, this is something you have worked for. This is earned. This is, you know, cause and effect in a lot of ways. So I want to take this a bit further and look a little deeper on my Patreon. If you would like to join me there, that is the first link in the description below. I do hope you'll join us, and I'll see you next time.